Have you ever met someone for the first time and almost instinctively reached out to shake their hand? It's such a common gesture in many parts of the world that we rarely stop to think about it. Whether in business meetings, interviews, introductions, casual greetings, or formal ceremonies, the handshake feels natural and universal. But behind this simple action lies a surprisingly deep and ancient history. So the real question is, why do we shake hands? To understand the handshake, we have to go back to early human societies, long before modern nations or formal etiquette existed. In those times, meeting a stranger was often a moment of uncertainty. Outsiders could be traders, travelers, or potential threats, and trust had to be established quickly. One of the earliest theories about the handshake suggests that it began as a way of showing peaceful intent. By extending an open hand, a person demonstrated that they were not holding a weapon. This simple act helped reduce suspicion and fear, sending a silent message that said, "I come in peace." Some historians also trace early forms of hand-grasping gestures to ancient civilizations like Mesopotamia and Egypt. In these cultures, depictions of rulers and leaders often show them clasping hands as a symbol of agreement or alliance. In this context, the handshake was not just a greeting, it was a formal act of trust. It represented peace between groups, the sealing of agreements, and the strengthening of political or social bonds. It was a gesture that carried serious meaning, often used in diplomacy rather than everyday life. As time passed, the meaning of the handshake continued to evolve. In ancient Greece, it was associated with equality, often shown in art as a gesture between people of similar status. Unlike bowing or kneeling, which emphasize hierarchy, a handshake places two individuals on the same level. In Roman culture, the gesture became even more formalized. Known in Latin as dexterum iunctio, or the joining of right hands, it was used to confirm contracts, alliances, and military agreements. By this stage, the handshake had become a powerful symbol of trust, commitment, and mutual respect. A small but interesting detail is the use of the right hand specifically. In many ancient cultures, the right hand was considered cleaner or more honorable than the left. The left hand was often associated with less respectful tasks, so the right hand naturally became the standard for greetings and agreements. When two people extend their right hands and clasp them together, it is more than just physical contact. It is a symbolic meeting of honor and goodwill. During the Middle Ages in Europe, the handshake continued to develop as a way of sealing agreements, especially among knights and in diplomatic negotiations. In a time when written contracts were not always common or fully trusted, physical gestures carried significant weight. Shaking hands became a way of confirming peace or agreement, often serving as a living contract. By offering your hand, you were also placing yourself in a position of vulnerability, which made the act of mutual trust even more meaningful. As societies became more connected through trade and communication, the handshake slowly shifted from formal agreements into everyday greetings. By the 17th and 18th centuries, it had become common among merchants, businessmen, and professionals, especially in Europe. It was used to signal equality and mutual respect, replacing or complementing older customs like bows or curtsies. As global trade expanded, the handshake spread to many parts of the world, becoming one of the most recognizable social gestures. In modern times, the handshake has become a standard part of social interaction in many cultures. It is used when greeting someone, introducing oneself, sealing agreements, or saying goodbye. In the business world, it carries additional meaning, often interpreted as a sign of confidence, professionalism, and trustworthiness. A firm handshake is commonly associated with confidence, while a weak one may be interpreted differently, even though such judgments are often subjective. In this way, the handshake functions not only as a physical gesture but also as a form of nonverbal communication. However, like many traditions, the handshake is not universal, and its role is changing. In some cultures, other greetings such as bows, nods, or verbal acknowledgments are preferred. Even in places where handshakes are common, alternatives like fist bumps or simple verbal greetings have become more popular in certain situations, especially in recent years. Despite these changes, the handshake remains deeply rooted in social behavior because of its long history and symbolic meaning. Psychologically, physical gestures like handshakes can also play an important role in human connection. Human beings are highly sensitive to touch as a form of communication, and a brief, respectful touch can help build feelings of trust and cooperation between strangers. This may help explain why the handshake has survived for so long across different cultures and eras. It is not just a cultural habit, it also reflects something deeply human about the need for connection and reassurance. Looking at its long journey, the handshake has transformed from a possible signal of peace in ancient times to a symbol of equality, trust, and cooperation in modern society. What began as a simple gesture to show that a hand was empty has evolved into one of the most widely recognized social rituals in the world. It has survived empires, cultures, and centuries of change, adapting to new contexts while keeping its core meaning intact. Over time, the handshake has also taken on subtle cultural differences that reveal how societies interpret trust and respect in different ways. In some countries, a handshake is expected to be brief and firm, signaling confidence and efficiency. In others, it may be softer and longer, reflecting warmth and personal connection. In certain cultures, eye contact during a handshake is considered essential, as it reinforces sincerity and honesty. In others, too much direct eye contact may feel intense or disrespectful. These variations show that even though the handshake is widespread, it is not a single uniform tradition. It adapts to cultural expectations wherever it is used. In many parts of the world today, especially in formal business environments, the handshake is still seen as a key part of first impressions. People often form judgments within seconds of meeting someone, and the handshake can influence that perception. This is why advice about good handshakes is so common in professional settings. It is not just about grip strength, but about timing, posture, and confidence. A handshake that is too rushed may feel dismissive, while one that lingers too long may feel uncomfortable. In this sense, it has become a kind of social skill, almost like a silent language that people learn through experience rather than instruction. Interestingly, the handshake also reflects the balance between equality and hierarchy. When two people shake hands, especially in modern contexts, they are symbolically meeting on equal ground. However, subtle variations can still indicate status differences. For example, in some formal situations, a person of higher status may initiate the handshake, or others may wait for them to extend their hand first. Even today, these unspoken rules continue to influence behavior, even if people are not consciously aware of them. There is also a deeper psychological layer to the handshake that helps explain its endurance. A brief, respectful touch can trigger feelings of trust and connection in the brain, reinforcing social bonds in a way that words alone often cannot. This may be one reason why the handshake has survived for so long. It provides a physical confirmation of social agreement and mutual acknowledgement.